So today I really wanted to talk about something kind of weird, and I don't really know how to phrase it except what it says in the title of the video, which is, what hurts you? When I say that, what I'm trying to get across is when you are in a moment of talking to another person or experiencing something that's going on in your life, there'll be a moment of, ow, that hurt, more than just like, oh, I'm sad, or you go to do something and then you think of the results of what it is you're going to do, and you think of the result, and envisioning that makes you think, ugh, I don't want to do that. That's gonna hurt. Not the like, oh, I pricked my finger hurt, but like that anxiety that comes with doing something you know is wrong or you shouldn't do or guilty or something like that. May not be the best way to frame it, but I guess that's just what I'm trying to say is what makes you hurt. And of course, because this is a gaming related show, what I'm trying to do is frame this in a way that is all about video games. Think about that for a second, and then I'm going to share with you a bit of experience that I had with a game that made me hurt. I may have mentioned in past videos somewhere that I have a really close tie to video games and using them to deal with emotions. Or specifically, there was an instance where my uncle passed away from cancer. He had been there for a long time and he was on his way out, and me not knowing how to handle it and also not being very close with him and also not having anything to talk to him about, didn't really know how to connect with him. And when he passed, I didn't have anyone to talk to. I mean, I had people there to talk to about this, but I didn't actually have anyone who wanted to talk about it. So I retreated into games, and I just so happened to be playing a game called Axiom Verge that was very morbid and disturbing, and it played with humanity and human nature of you are mortal, you're made of flesh, and your feelings don't matter, and your life doesn't matter. Like that whole idea it played with very much by other alien species or whatever, and that disturbing feeling of made me cope with his death a lot easier than I thought I would be able to. Pretty much by the time I'd finished the game, I had completed my grieving process. It was weird, but that's just kind of there to show you guys how I tend to use video games as like something to help me cope with certain things in my life. That, I guess, would be kind of an instance of what hurts you, like what happened in real life there, and I reflected it through Axiom Verge. It doesn't really apply, but that's kind of where I'm starting this. I kind of recently discovered a game called Localhost. And the idea of Localhost is it's a point-and-click adventure kind of game where you are just an IT worker for a company whose job it is to clear out hard drives and make sure everything's in a working function. But the catch is these hard drives have personalities on them, like AI, that don't want to die. So when it's your job to clear out the hard drive, you are essentially killing them. And it's a weird feeling that comes with it. Anyway, when you are playing the game, you're having a conversation with each one of these hard drives and the personalities, and you're starting to unveil a little bit of a story, but mostly you know that at the end of the day, you're going to have to wipe those hard drives out and end their existence. And that was the first time in a long time that I've felt hurt by a game. Not hurt like I wanted to lash out against it, but hurt like the thought of ending these hard drives, even though they're not people and they're not human and I'm playing a game, still gave me the same kind of a weird hurt reaction that I didn't really expect. I played the game and like just the decision of erasing the hard drives were really, really hard for me to do. And that alone kind of made me think of this question. And I want to know from your perspective, what moments in game made you hurt, made you stop and think about what you have to do and really analyze the consequences, even though it's just a game and you're not really doing anything, but you're still afraid of the consequences of your actions, and it makes you hurt to think about what you might do, even though you're not doing anything because it's a video game, which is weird. But I think that's super fascinating, and I really want to hear from you. What are some moments in games that make you hurt? anything you want to leave in the comment section below would be great. Just go ahead and tweet at me. I'm trying to use Twitter a little bit more too. I want to hear more from you. I want to hear your perspective on these kind of things. And if I don't hear anything from you guys on this video, I'll see you in the next one, and we will see what else kind of weird shit Nate wants to talk about.